is in regards to Sag-Aftra getting mad at AI as Hollywood despairs, just like factory workers did when automation took their jobs, folks. And this is the downside of technological innovation, of industrial, and in this case, entertainment automation. You've got pieces of programming that can do almost as well for next to no cost, and that is threatening an entire existing industry. I mean, Kit here is a voice actor. Empress is a voice actress, because there is a difference, because men and women are different. And
yes.
With this kind of innovation, folks, it takes power away from existing institutions like Hollywood and puts them in the hands of the people, as the 40K Empress gives her doggy, "Are you licking her boobs again? We talked about this. Don't do that. Don't do that on a show."
Technically, he's not. He's just licking my chest muscles, which I do have. So it's great.
If we're talking about the AI programming, first of all, we might have been given a warning about this way early on in 2002. There was a film that came out called Simone, Simone, and it stars Al Pacino, Frappuccino, Catherine Kerner, and so many others. And it was directed by Andrew Nicole. And basically, this was a film where there was an AI program where it was an actress, and apparently got very popular. And there were so many things that they had to film and do, and there was a couple of reshoots as well that took place. But when you talk about AI coming into play, I mean, yes, it's a useful tool, it's technology, you can't stop innovation, like that's not going to happen. But why is the unions upset? It's because, remember, before AI became what it is right now, when it was still in its infancy, I mean, Hollywood was still in the red. And they went on strike. They did the writer's strike. The actors did the strike, and everything else in between. But when they went too far and they got what they wanted, the Hollywood, these studios will hire in and bring these people in for their benefits. But the union cut off their nose to spite their face, because now the Hollywoods the studios cannot afford this, and so they have to look for other alternatives. And so with AI actors and actresses coming around, I mean, it can be done, but there's a difference between a human being and a programming, which is what's going to lead to what I'm going to coin here, the second renaissance, and that is the rise of smaller studios outside of Hollywood, outside of California, doing things that are non-union, non-associated with any actors guild or anything of that nature. Because I've been part of a few projects where they're not union. Yes, there's a couple of labor laws they have to follow, but if they were, then they would not be able to get anything done. And that's what's going to come down to. It's going to be smaller productions, smaller movies, and there are things that people can do that programming can't do. But SAG-Aftra is going to have to take accountability for really what they've done. All right, and I understand about fighting for your rights, but the studios don't care. They care about profit.
Sorry to interrupt you, Kit. Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Hardcore. But wait until we 3D print this lady. Then I can replace the 40K Empress with a diversity Latina hire. But Mr. Hardcore, what do you make of this whole situation?
Yes, it is going to be inevitable. I think Hideo Kojima said he would like to do like maybe AI assisted work. I see. He says that because he's Hideo Kojima and he's never going to get fired. But if he puts in AI assisted stuff so he can save some money, well, he's going to have to let go of some people. But he'll be okay because he's Hideo Kojima. But that's just how it's going to be. They're already, like he just said, like you just said, that smaller studios, they're already doing that with video games, where indie is the biggest thing right now. And also people are making AI video games that are slop right now, but maybe 2 or 3 years later they'll be like, these AI games are like $1 or $5, and they're obviously like, you'll see certain things in the game where you're like, haven't I seen that same object in the previous game? There's a lot of AI slot Steam games right now where they're just trying to get a quick buck. Yeah, give it time.
Give it time, because it may not be 2 years. It may just be in 6 months, because the programming, there's always going to be some mad dog genius who's going to have a better programming, and then those slot games could be replaced in 6 months. I would not be surprised by that.
Now here's the thing, though.
Go ahead.
Now here's the thing, though. The Writers Guild and all these people, they accelerated this.
Yeah.
They accelerated this. They had time, they had the management, they had the money. They had you keep on seeing the film and the video games that they make out here where it's copious amount of money. And all they have to do is just make a game for gamers, or make a film. Like, they just do the layup, but then they make these stories that is no longer stories. It's just talking down to people, especially white males. And then when they're surprised, like, oh, nobody showed up. And then that just accelerates, because now the people that probably used to be in Hollywood and they were well-known veterans of Hollywood, they moved on and are probably doing smaller projects, even like with Sylvester Stallone. Even though he's making horrible CGI movies, he's still making money. He's got his own show and stuff, but even Tulsa AI King is coming. Yeah, Tulsa King. Yep, Tulsa King. He's got his own show. And so they do this whole thing where it's just like, they might make a Hollywood in Texas. I'm just saying, like, they might just be like, hey, I just don't want to go to California. Okay, my house is on fire, and there's a lot of Juans in my house. Is all I'm saying. I don't want to be in Hollywood. I want to go to Texas. I want to make my own thing. Maybe we
call them Jose's here, but I get your drift, Mr. Hardcore. I will point out, though, that what you could start seeing from these Hollywood types and from other creative, high-profile industries that could be affected by these tech innovations. Then you're going to start seeing lobbying attempts for a so-called innovation tax, folks, and to protect.
Oh God!
To protect Hollywood, to protect lawyers, and to protect, who knows, politicians and other high-profile people who are paid more money than sense. We're going to have an automation tax of 75%, just to completely kill the development of robotics and artificial intelligence from affecting existing institutions. What do you make of that, Mr. Hardcore?
Like, two things. One, it's too early right now for like a full AI movie, because you don't want to see somebody eat and they got spaghetti all over their face and they got like five hands and stuff. It's going to be too people are going to just run out of the theater. But here's the other thing, though. It's God, did it just fly out of my head? It did.
That's okay.
It flew out of my head.
Here. I'll go ahead and take the ball, and let me do the three-point shooter right here. The issue that we're going to see here is that the thing is, there will be people who want to tax and regulate, but if Hollywood is making piss poor movies, if Hollywood is doing nothing but it's talking down to and bleeding out IPs, I mean, even then they're losing the one thing, and that is people sitting in the seats or watching actors really do the thing, which is act. And there's a lot of actors with big contracts, new ones that don't get so much, and there's going to have to be a big trimming of the fat. So when you have computer technology coming in, you could put in some preventive measures, but at the end of the day, these corporations want to earn their profit, they want to earn their money, and you can make this happen. I mean, there can be the possibility of taxation and the possibility of preventing innovation with AI, but that only can last for so long when you're going to have somebody saying like, "Hey, we can make some money off this, and we don't have to pay these actors these exorbitant fees, and we don't have to acknowledge these unions," because that's what's going to happen. These unions did themselves in. A lot of them have.
You know how
I
much
think we're missing the point, guys.
What is it?
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that nobody touched upon this. I'm just listening here, but I'm really shocked. Guys, so that I have to say something. Okay, so basically, no matter what we are talking about when it comes to Hollywood, yes, Hollywood, they're all assholes, we know that. But having an AI actress that's not a person, is not alive, it's a program, it's supposed to represent human emotion, that is infringement on art. So we are talking about something that will ruin art forever. So in this case, this is much more serious because we're talking about replacing a human being with something that is based on the faces of thousands of women combined in this case, and she will express emotions again that are based on thousands of other performances. That is a travesty to me. Like, that is horrible. So on principle, this is freaking evil and should not be allowed to exist. It doesn't matter how corrupt is Hollywood or how the actors are underpaid or overpaid. This is something totally different. It's a different issue, and we have to look at it separately as it is. I mean, Hollywood has a lot of problems, and a lot of things are not fair or whatever. But this, we're talking about the breaking of a principle here. I'm all about innovation and technology, but I'm not about ruining art and human performance as it is, because when you're an actor, you're putting a part of your soul out there, you're performing, you're doing literal art, and this thing that is nothing, is based on an algorithm, nothing else, absolutely cannot replace an actor. Is going to be just a pitiful imitation of life, imitation of performance. I'm absolutely against such a thing. I mean, I'm all for making stuff with AI and creating stuff that I can't do in real life, like my freaking intro that I'm doing here, that's based on like 20 of my pictures scanned and all of that. I can't do that in real life as much as I want to. So AI comes in handy to replace what I can do, but to replace an actual actor and say that this is an actor now, that is a travesty. That's ridiculous. So some stupid guy from a company that does AI has the audacity to say that, well, now you have to use my actor, hire her. Like, what can I hire? Your freaking algorithm? How can I contract her? She's not alive. Who am I paying? To you? You asshole? You with your audacity that you're pretending that you're offering me something? Get out of here.
I see what you're saying. And you're right. You're 100% right. But here's the thing, though. People are hogs, and for a time, people will not go to films that are AI, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is weird. This is not a real person." And it'll probably be in 2 years or 3 years. But later on, there will be two types of movies. There will be three types of movies. AI assisted with realism, or just straight on, just full on people. Now, a normal person is not looking at this. A normal person is just looking at it if it's good or not. They're just going to be like, is the movie good? And we've already done that, where I would just be like, I don't want to buy this game because the actress is with Antifa. Now, a normal person doesn't know anything about this, and they just want to play Ghost of Yote. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But everybody's going to have different principles, but most of the majority of normal people that don't go into the zeitgeist, the whole Twitter thing, they're going to see the trailer, and they're going to be like, okay, that's good. I'll watch it. Now, there will be I think somebody already said it, that there will be a moment where it's just like, yeah, this is going to be a fight between people that are real and the fight between people that are trying to do AI. That's going to happen if it hasn't happened already.